Good evening, good evening, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the iBug Android Insight Call. This is your co-host, Harsha Trivedi. Your other co-host, Ava Karuth, is on her way in. But welcome again to the iBug Android Insight Call, where we cover everything in between Android from, let's say, Amazon to Google, and, of course, Samsung. There's other brands that we do definitely engage with. So if you have questions, please feel free to chalk them up, and we'll definitely get around to them here shortly. The other thing that we have here at iBug is our Friday night movie night. So if you want to join us, please come on by. It is going to be this Friday. The movie for this Friday is going to be Marty Supreme. I'm not exactly sure on the date, but please do join in. We have conversations start off roughly at around 7:30, and depending on however long the movie is, we'll hang out. So I hope you'll be making it to it. And another couple things that we do have here at iBug is our Trekkie Talk. So if you're into Star Trek, be sure to join in with the Trekkie Talk, and you know what? You'll enjoy the conversations because it's all audio described. So if you have vision loss, it's okay. Come on by, have a conversation. So with that said, we are a little delayed today, but thank you so much for joining us tonight at the iBug Android Insight Call. And again, my name is Harsha Trivedi. I am one of your co-hosts, and I have my other friend and co-host behind the scenes, Miss Julie. You want to say hello?
Hello, everyone. Welcome. Have a good show.
Excellent. Well, thank you, Miss Julie, for what you do, and I would love to know who's out there in the audience. So, without further ado, if you wouldn't mind, please let us know your first name, last name, fine, whichever works for you, where you're coming in from, and perhaps what kind of Android phone you're using. So, let us know.
Hi, I'm Jim from Fort Collins, Colorado.
Welcome, Jim. Welcome.
Google Pixel 6.
Fantastic. Good stuff there. Yeah, thank you. Anybody else want to introduce themselves?
I'm Sophia McDougall from Maryland. I use a very old Samsung phone, the J Star 7.
Wow, the J series. Well, I haven't heard that in a long time. Welcome. Well, thank you. Welcome to our show. And where did you hear about us, by the way?
I heard about this from Miss Janice Samuel.
Ah, okay. Well, thank you, Miss Janice. Whenever I get to hear her voice again, I'm going to have to say thank you to her. Thank you.
Janice from Maryland.
There she is. Hey, welcome back, Miss Janice, and thank you so much for letting folks know up in Maryland. So appreciate you.
Absolutely.
All right. And so what kind of phone you got these days? What is it?
I have
flip phone,
the
Galaxy
phone? Z Fold 5.
Z Fold 5. Okay, we're still leaving you as a foldable lady, right? You still
yes.
you're holding on that camera.
Yes.
Okay. Well, welcome to the show, and anybody else wants to introduce himself.
Hello, Hershey. It's Anna from North Carolina.
Hey, Anna. Welcome back. Welcome back to the show. And what kind of devices are you rocking these days?
Let's see. What do I have? I have a Samsung tablet, an A15. I do still have an old S7. I have a smartwatch, and I also have a Lady A, and I also have Ray-Bans.
Fantastic. Well, that's you're going to be answering all the questions there, lady. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much. All right. Anybody else want to introduce themselves and let us know where they're coming in from? All right. I'm not hearing anybody. I guess we're ready for questions. If no one else wants to introduce themselves, I mean, we could jump right into questions. Anybody else wants to introduce themselves?
Yeah, this is Foster from Houston.
Hey, Mr. Foster, how's it going?
Right, and rocking the latest device is a Razer Plus 2025.
Okay. Always bringing up new stuff to the table. I like it. So, okay, the Motorola this month.
I'll let you know about the Google Stream. I've been using TalkBack with that also.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for coming back always, and all the support that you give the iBug family.
Yes, sir.
All right. Anybody else out there?
Yes, hi, it's Art from London, Ontario, Canada.
Hey, welcome back.
I
And
got
what kind of device are we rocking?
Google Pixel, what is it, 8A, and some Nest speakers and some Chromecast.
Fantastic, fantastic. Well, thank you so much for that. And if maybe we'll come out to you if you have some questions as well. So I'm glad we have a lot of different variables here. So thank you so much for joining us. And anybody else wants to introduce themselves?
This is John from BC, Canada.
Hey, how's it going, John? Welcome back.
Good.
And Pixel 7a? No.
I have a Pixel 9a,
9A.
an Amazon speaker, and a Google.
Okay, even a Google speaker. Okay, that's what's up. Well, thank you so much for always joining us on the call and all of our calls. I will see you around. So thank you so much for all your contributions. All right. Anybody else want to introduce themselves and let us know where you're coming in from? All right. Not hearing too many people. I do want to remind everybody, actually, come May, we are actually leading up to our 11-year anniversary. Is it 11 years, Julie? 15 years? 30 years?
Yeah.
20 years? I forget what birthday it is, but it is our birthday coming. So for 15 years, I've lost count. I've been grateful to be here with you all on iBug Android Insight since 2020. And we do have a fundraiser as well. So please do check the iBug Today website, which is www.ibugtoday.org. And if you want to participate in getting the raffles, you could definitely participate in the raffle there. All the directions should be on the website. So I encourage anyone on the call, or if you have friends, family that are willing to contribute, then pass them the website to the ibugtoday.org, and then just lead them to the raffle coming up soon. And then we will have our anniversary coming up in May. I'll get you some proper dates here in the middle of the show. But without further ado, I leave the stage off to you all. If you have any questions, please.
Hi, it's Mark. I've got a question.
Go ahead, Mark.
I for a long time now, I've been playing guitar and singing, and on my Apple phone, I have an app, this guitar tuner app that it listens for the notes, and then it'll say A is 6 cents sharp or whatever. It gives me audio feedback, and because I can't see anything on the screen, and I've been looking for something similar on Android and haven't been able to find anything. And I'm wondering if anyone else out there uses any a guitar tuner app on their phone.
Fantastic question, Mark. Yeah. I know that there are apps within the ecosystem, but let me go back out to the audience here and see if anybody has experience in this, and we'll kind of go from there. So if anyone knows of any app that is on the Android platform that could do, tuning or music, etc. Okay, I guess Foster's not playing music these days, are you, Foster? Just kidding. Well, we're not seeing too many answers on this one, and I know that they are. The only best suggestion I could have is putting in keywords with the search, so music and accessibility. I know that there are a couple apps. I'm losing the names of them right now. I know that he typically was working on stuff to do like sheet music, so it almost wraps around.
Kevin.
Go ahead, Kevin.
I thought that the exact same app that he's talking about on iOS was available on Android.
Yeah, what was that called? It started with a C, right? Or something like that.
The one on Apple,
the one that the students use is just called Guitar Tuner.
Guitar Tuner. And go ahead, Mark. What was the one that you used?
Yeah, the one on Apple I use is called Talking Tuner, and it's only available on iOS. But yeah, I did have a while back. I did check out some other guitar tuners, and most were they might have had a few buttons that the TalkBack could access, but the display, I'm guessing it had a needle that would go back and forth, and if it's pointing straight up, then you're on pitch. And but there's no feedback through TalkBack on the ones that I remember checking out. But it's been a little while since, but hopefully there's something that works now.
Yes, unfortunately, Kevin, would you happen to know any more there, Kevin?
No, but I can find an accessible one or a talking one. I don't play the guitar, so I didn't have.
Yeah, same.
But I've known some people who have Android that have they use something.
Mm-hmm. Well, Mark, maybe we'll come up with an answer a little bit later on in the show. But for right now, not thinking of any apps, but again, adding accessibility. So like music tuner, guitar tuner, accessibility, adding those kind of keywords in the search sometimes may result in something popping up in that list. But
okay, yeah, I didn't do that, so that's a good thing to remember for anything. So yeah, right. Thanks for that.
Absolutely. Yeah. And one thing I did forget to remind everybody before we started the show is how to reach us on our mailing list. So if I may just take a moment to give you that. If you send a blank email to iBug Android Insight +subscribe at groups.io, you're able to jump onto our mailing list. So, between now and next month, if you have a question like this, we might be able to share that link or information via the mailing list. So it's definitely a powerful tool to communicate with us or our community through the iBug Android Insight mailing list. Again, iBug Android Insight +subscribe at groups.io. And if you also want to find more information on this episode or how do I get to re-listen to this episode or anything like that, you can also go to YouTube, type in iBug Today, and under the playlist, you'll find iBug Android Insight, and you'll have all the past episodes. So if we've talked about a link or app or something that you're trying to jog your memory, you could always come back to the episodes. So with that, thank you, and I'll go back to you all with questions, please. Anybody have questions?
Yes, it's a slightly different topic. I'm very new to this group.
Sure.
And I have vision issues. And I have a very old phone. And I wonder if anyone could suggest or make recommendations for a phone that could help someone who's visually, who's low vision. I've been looking on the internet, looking for phones for low vision. I don't find anything tailored to the low vision community. And I'm very new to this, so I could be wrong. And I'm hoping to get
you're in the right
insight.
place, ma'am. You're at least in the right place because you're asking the question. So I applaud you to just be upfront and let us know that, hey, this is what I need. And hopefully as a community, we could give you some suggestions. There are definitely choices out there. Reason why I, in the initial starting of the call, mentioned the J phone, the J series from Samsung. The history behind it is there used to be an app called Ira, and they used to actually give the J phone to you as a device. However, it was a device that it worked, but it didn't work fantastically well because it didn't have all the bells and whistles or speed per se that's going to give you longevity. So a lot of people felt, well, Android doesn't do anything correct. They're selling the J phone. Well, the J phone did do quite what they needed to do, but it was meant for the Ira app in its back in the day moment, back in, 2012, 13, 14, 15, something like that.
2017.
17. There you go. Yeah. Perfect. So yes. Back then when they gave that phone, you had all of these, how do I get accessibility? So now to give you kind of this new age of what to expect, I'm going to give it to the audience first and maybe give suggestions because we heard people with different brand name phones and things. So I'm going to go to the audience, and this is typically how the show works, is the audience sometimes as a collective have more answers. I know the answer to this, but the audience, I'm sure, has better answers than just me babbling here. So I'm going to go to the audience and see if we could get a better selection of an accessible phone for a low vision person, and that could help you. And could you please repeat your name for the audience?
Yeah, it's Sophoon.
Safil?
Sophoon McDougall.
Safil McDougall. Okay. Well,
yeah.
If we could help Miss Dougal with the problem here with figuring out a device, any suggestions from the audience?
Sophoon, can I ask a question? This is Janice.
Yes, Miss Janice. Go ahead. We'll layer it on top.
Do you think you're looking for something that's tactile with buttons, or would a smooth screen be okay? Because either one you're going to have to learn. What do you think you're looking for?
At this point, I'm looking for something. The J7 is quite small. I mean, it serves my purpose because I only use the phone for my WhatsApp, really basically, and I make use of the tablet and my laptop, but I do use Uber and Lyft. So when I'm on the road, I need to use the phone, and we talked a little bit about this, Janice, a while back. And at this point, what I need is size. Size, and I've explored the accessibility function in the J-Star. And again, it's a J7. Again, it's an old phone.
Yes.
So I'm just wondering what bells and whistles are out there. Contrast is very important. Size is very important, and brightness is very important.
Right.
At this point in my health issue. At this point.
I'm super glad that Miss Janice did ask you specifically of your specific need, what it looks like at this point. I'm going to give you a couple of suggestions, and if anybody else wants to interject, please just say your name so I can let you into this conversation. But my two go-to choices for you would be either go to Samsung or go to Google. And Google make a device called the Google Pixel. That's what their brand name is the Pixel, Pixel. And then, of course, the Samsung. Now, Samsung make 3 variations. Why I say 3 variations? I was having a little fun with Miss Janice talking about she's the foldable lady. But with the folds, they're pretty decent for people that have limited vision because they could use the surface area. For other folks, they want to have a smaller, skinny size phone so that it's not so big in the hand, right? So between where we fit, now I use a Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, which is basically from 2022. And for the fact of color inversion, as you mentioned, I use that as well. Font, it is you get the largest font off of Samsung devices right now. Pixel are giving more leverage in having larger font as well. So they are definitely neck to neck in the offerings in the low vision space. However, it's about personal choice. So if you rely on contrast, for example, as I do, the Samsung screens, the OLED screens to me pop much better for my eyes. I just see stuff a little bit more contrasted. The screen brightness has teeter-tottered. Pixel right now, I think, is the brightest screen. With it has a 3000 sustained brightness on their screen. But again, you wouldn't go wrong with going either Samsung or Pixel. With Pixel right now, we are on the model, as of current, is the Model 10 or the 10A to be even more clear. The 10A is the affordable model, which typically is about $500 or lower. And then their flagship models, which is like the 10 Pro, and then the 10 Pro XL and the 10 Pro XL Fold for modern day, range anywhere from $1,800 for the Fold to anywhere about $1,000, $1,200, depending on the size and variants that you get. So with Samsung, we have, again, 3 variants. You have the A series, which is the A57 is the cheaper model, which is you could call it the affordable model. You have the S series, which is the basic flagship. Current is the S26, as we are in the year 2026. And then for the foldables, I think we're at Fold 7, I think is our last foldable. Okay. So the foldables typically come out 7. All right. Thank you there. They typically come out in the middle of the summer or middle of the year in the summertime. So end of August, you'll see foldables come out. In the beginning of the years, you'll see flagships like the S series come out. The A series doesn't really get that much fanfare, but the 57, how do you decipher what these numbers mean? Well, think about the last digit as the year. Next year is going to be 2027. And so if you think of it that way, and a 5, think about it as 5 is right in the middle. It's not a 1, it's not a 2, it's not a 3, but right in the middle is a 5. So you would still have a valuable device that will run a screen reader like TalkBack, still give you all the other bells and whistles for color inversion, black backgrounds, contrast, all those features that we're all looking for and seeking. They'll all be there. And then modern day, you'll have a new friend with you named Gemini. So Gemini is your assistant that comes on Samsung phones and on Pixel phones. And in addition, Bixby is another friend you get with Samsung phones. So there are definitely tools that are out there. Platform-wise, I wouldn't worry because if you're already going to use Android, it's really small, slight variations in the learning curve. And simply asking us questions on the email or coming into this call monthly, Pixels are fairly affordable in comparison to maybe a Samsung phone. But I would stick to either a flagship or at least a mid-range. So a 55 is what I recommend to most, because 2-3 years from now, you want that phone to work for you. You don't want to have it sit like the J phone maybe, and the screen reader barely will work for it. So right now you may not use a screen reader, and we're not going to even go there if it's not something you use. But sooner or later, you might allow speech into your life, and it might just give you more access in gaining the information that you once had.
Well, that's very helpful, and absolutely. I need to do a lot of further digging. It's the A57, a more advanced version of the A56.
Yeah, advanced.
A newer version.
A newer version. I wouldn't say because advancements every day. After today, tomorrow is going to be better, right? Because some advancements happening. Yeah. So we can't bother about. But as far as cost, and I'm bringing those into mentionables because of the cost. I rather go to a flagship, even though if I'm getting just a Samsung S26, even though it's S26 as it is, I'm still getting most of the features I need. And when it comes to updates, I know that they're not going to worry about not giving me the feature update because I'm part of the flagships, right? So sometimes buying into a flagship has its benefits of you are getting what you pay for, so to speak. You're getting all most phones these days are giving you 7 years of operating system updates. Mm-hmm. That wasn't true 5-6 years ago. So the tide has changed, but many devices, A56, A57, or Pixel. Right now, the Pixel 10a just dropped recently, so that's the newest in the Pixel lineup. Even though the 10 Pro, the 10 are their flagship newest models.
Okay.
But if you have more questions, please think about them. Don't worry about how easy they are. We're all learning from each other because you might spark something that someone else is in that same boat. So please don't feel shy to, ask any other questions that you think of.
Yeah, thank you. I would just go through these different phones and have a better grasp of what they are all about, and then probably we'll have more questions later.
No worries. Absolutely. We appreciate you to join us tonight. And again, none of us have made this out of, we kind of came this from a beginning point ourselves. Some of us have vision, low vision, and then some of us has no vision from birth. And so, whatever we are used to is what we're used to. And sometimes we just have to allow that little bit of change of learning, and everything will be okay. I promise.
Thank you very much.
This is Kevin.
Yes, go ahead, Kevin.
I was telling her, are you looking to get a new phone?
Yeah, because I guess I've been told time and time again I have a very old phone.
How soon are you looking to purchase a new one? Now? Like tomorrow?
Oh, no, not right now. I need to do further research.
Well, let's help with the research. Is it a budget thing? Because again, other people may have the same variables I'm just kind of considering, right?
Budget does come into the question.
Okay.
The flagships are.
Well, let's just imagine if we wanted to. We'll make it this way: 500 and below. Let's put a model there, and then 300 and below. Well, let's put a model there. Maybe on this call, it might help someone else because, again, we heard earlier somebody came in with a Motorola. Well, Motorola's are fairly cheap and do give you accessibility, but do they give you the operating system updates? That's the part I find weariness of those with Motorola, at least. But Kevin, would you have anything off the top of your head? What would you call a $500 phone?
Well, first, I wouldn't go below 500, but I mean, if it was a $500 phone, it would have to be the A56 or 57. Okay. Well, because she said she cares about size, so that's the only reason I'm not saying the Pixel 10A. Like, I'm not ruling out any. I mean, I'm ruling out any of the. I'm not going to talk about the Galaxy 26. I'm not going to talk about anything that's just the basic size. So she said she cares about size. So the Ultra or the XL is the place to start. And that's why I was asking, I would want to know if budget is a concern. If budget is a concern, you might have to sacrifice size.
Size in the sense of the keyboard?
So size in the sense of the total screen. If you can and with equipment installment plans and stuff, and some of them, with some carriers being as much as 3 years, you could possibly get a Galaxy S26 Ultra. And that's going to give you the screen real estate and
that background
and all of the built-in, regular features, your select to speak, where you can select text and have it read out loud, all the magnification, built-in magnification. But if that screen size is what you want, and then if you want to go a little bit higher, then you can go to the Fold, the current Fold, on either in the Samsung space, the Google space, or the Motorola space.
This is Foster.
Go ahead, Foster.
So what's approximately what size screen are you looking at?
Well, my current phone it's the entire phone length is about 5.5 inches, and I see that there are some phones that are as long as the length. The entire phone is about 7-point-something inches. So it helps me if the text size is larger. So I'm just beginning my research. So I was thinking to myself that something around 7.5 inches or thereabouts, or at least 7 inches. I've seen bigger phones because my phone is really quite small. I mean, that would be much more helpful. And as I mentioned, the things that matter at this point in my health is size, contrast, and some level of brightness. I mean, a very bright phone is very hard to tolerate. So size and contrast is terribly important. I mean, brightness, I think of it from the standpoint of lamps, but phones, when a phone is too bright, it's very uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So what I would suggest, is there a Best Buy near you?
Yeah, there are Best Buys near me.
Because Best Buy does carry, most of the Samsung models, and they carry Pixels as well. So, if you really want to get a hands-on feel before you buy,
Right. Gotcha.
Because it sounds like you have some vision, but you, and then also, like, one of the things like Hershey was saying, the accessibility features with the color inversion, you can adjust the amount of brightness, you can increase the contrast depending, you can go dark. If dark mode by itself works for you, you can go dark mode. So you have really lots of options when it comes to accessibility on the Android platform. So
okay.
And then if you just want something to tinker around with, if you can't afford a phone, you can always get a Samsung tablet. Those certain ones only run you about $300. You can.
But then the Uber and the Lyft would be a problematic issue there.
Yeah.
Because the tablet that I have is a Samsung tablet, and the size of its size is perfect. The font size.
I'm kind of, I guess I would say, not necessarily a rebel, but I'm a little different because I experiment with more phones because I'm kind of a nerd like that. But the one great thing about Samsung is if you have a Samsung tablet, it easily connects to your cell phone, in which case you can make calls, use Uber, use Lyft, and all that by connecting it to your phone. So then you still have the real estate, and you still can be able to access anything, any type of communications apps and stuff like that. So that's
when you say connect, do you mean physically connect through a cable? Or?
No, wirelessly. You can wirelessly connect. With your Samsung tablet to the phone, and basically anything that rings through the phone, you can pick it up on the tablet. If you need to navigate apps that are on your phone, you can navigate them through the tablet. So that's another option.
And this is Kevin.
Go ahead, Kevin.
That would work wirelessly, but just be aware that you might have to refer, like in the case of a Uber or a Lyft, a lot of the tablets don't have GPS. So for accuracy, you might have to pick up your phone and actually look or swipe over and see. Because even though the phone and the tablet will be fairly close to each other, it might not be as accurate as what you're going to see on your phone, because it does actually have the GPS and the nearby permissions. But as far as connecting so that you could make phone calls or WhatsApp or whatever when you're out and about, that part is true. You can connect to your hotspot. As long as you have enough hotspot data, you want to check and make sure you have hotspot data.
This is a whole new dimension.
Yeah.
You can of worms to open up there. Yes, indeed.
Yeah. And then who's your provider? Your cell phone provider.
T-Mobile.
Oh yeah, you're my friend. Yep. I use equipment installment plans all the time. Yeah.
And to everybody on the call, when we do consider our devices, this is Hershi, by the way. These are devices that we use for almost everything in our life, right? Getting an Uber, getting a Lyft, emailing somebody, sending a check, bank, whatever, PayPal, Venmo, receiving money, paying the bill, ordering food, ordering groceries. If this device is your one and all device, that it can be, it doesn't mean that we could hide from it as long as we want to hide, but we know that every day is a new day and it's going to change. There's always going to be change around the corner. So, to kind of grasp it as, well, I'm not afraid of you change. Instead, I need this to make it work for me. Then my suggestions are pick a budget. If you have that 500 under kind of thing, as we mentioned, then something like the A56, A57 would be wonderful because you'll get the updates. That phone will last you with the updates. It's not going to be 1 year, whoop, your phone's out of commission. Go figure it out. Because you wasted $200 then. You thought, okay, well, I'm going to spend $200. It's cheap. I got this. And then after a year, it's not going to be updated. Now your $200 investment has a little bit of trouble. So it's always better to think the long term. A57, A56, they'll do you just fine for what you are using it for. Low contrast. You already understand that Samsung gives you the large font. So you're already familiar with your tablet's font being large. That's why I like Samsung for that. Is the font on the tablet is the same as my S22 Ultra. They're not different. And I know that Samsung's font are larger because I could read them, making it a huge, because that's the choices on there, right? It's a large, extra large, and then huge. And then I know that I have color inversion. I know that I like black backgrounds with white fonts. So if it fits my bill, then my phone's good for me. I also do a videography work. So my phones are now being used for filming. So buying an S26 Ultra, yes, they're $1,200 or crazy dollars. But if it's fitting my need more than one purpose, then why isn't that device classified as a good device for Hershi, right? You want to kind of put it as, why is that device good enough for me? To obtain a device, it's not hard by paying monthly installments. That's one methodology of getting a phone for $30 a month and still have a high-end phone. Because again, it's a tool. And if that tool could last you for 7 years, let's do the math in 7 years. How much is this phone going to cost me? So at $500, divide that by 7 years. How much is it going to cost me if I paid for 7 years? And that's your kind of value that the device will give you. Because again, we want to stay up to par with technology, but nowadays we hear about AI and Gemini and all of these cool new things. But these new things are helping us obtain freedom by letting us know what color clothing we have or what kind of clothing we have or all these other pieces. But if you have a J phone that's not barely going to run a screen reader and another app together, then of course it's time to upgrade. So not only for you, ma'am, but for anybody that is in that mindset of upgrading, think about what that tool is for you, not just a device. And with further ado, I also want to introduce you back to my co-host, Miss Ava, because she is in the house again. Miss Amazon Lady, you in there? Oh, she's still playing in the Amazon jungle. Okay, you'll come back. All right, so with that, any other questions we could answer for you? Anybody else wants to give a whirl with a question, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, this is Wanda from New Jersey.
Hey, Miss Wanda,
may I ask a question?
Yeah, yes, please.
Hi, thank you. So I have a comment and a question. So I want to comment for the lady who's looking for a new phone. Hershi, you made a very good point in terms of it sounds like she's low vision now, and we all know things can change from day to day. So for me, I've always been an S. I have an S24. I think I started out
seeing people with eyesight too, because like we're almost at the same. Like we're right on that trim of we're blind, but we're not blind, but we're known as legally blind. So.
Exactly. That's kind of where I am. And what has worked for me, and I want to let the lady who's going to do the research, that what I have found is that all of my S's, because I think I started out with an S3 or an S2. That's how long, I've probably had 8 or 9 different versions of the S phone. And for me, in my journey in the deterioration of my sight, it has worked for me. And that's what I love about all the accessibility features in the Samsung products, because you can tailor that phone to work for you in whatever state you are in your vision journey. Because when I first started out, I would do like select the speech like they spoke of earlier. Now I still use my color inversion because I can see white on black. It's what I prefer. I prefer that so much that I just recently had a backsplash installed in my kitchen, and it's literally black glass tile, and all my appliances are white, so that I can see them up against the, So, but with that being said, I want to say that I don't think you can go wrong with a Pixel or a Samsung product, because those accessibility features, and it's so customizable that I've gone from being able to read most to now primarily using TalkBack for mostly everything. And when I'm having a good day. Yeah, and when when I'm having a good day, and I shouldn't say it this way, but when my vision is different and it's, I wake up and I can focus more, sometimes I can actually read the screen, but I don't rely on it. And the Samsung has grown with me. So the S series. So I would recommend that to anyone. So that's my comment. And my question is, so with that being said, yes. I don't know if I missed an upgrade, and I know Kevin's going to know the answer to this. That's why I came on here tonight. But I am struggling, guys, to move my app icons to my home page. So previously what would happen is if I long pressed it, it would come up and say, it would give me the option to add to home. Well, I don't hear that anymore. And I'm thinking, what is going on? So I called Samsung this morning. I'm on the phone with them for a half hour. They want to do a remote, and I was like, no. So if you guys can save me from going to T-Mobile tomorrow to have someone help me in person, I cannot move my icons anymore. What is happening? I need help.
All right. Well, let's help Miss Wanda. Anybody out there, maybe Kevin, if you want to answer this, that's fine. Did anybody else want to answer to help move that icon? Can't get that icon.
Kevin.
Go ahead, Kevin.
So on your Samsung device, so you're in the app drawer, right? And you have an app that you want to move to the home screen.
Yeah.
So you'd use the actions feature. So yes, we always double tap and help, but now it's part of action. So if you swipe up or down with one finger, you will get to uninstall, add the home screen, app info or something like that. But on my Samsung phones, if I swipe up with one finger in the app drawer, it will say add to home screen.
But it's not doing that, Kevin. I must be missing it. I must be missing it somehow. Because, so if I go into the app drawer, I long press, because, for instance, my Lyft app is on the second page, and I have to swipe to get to it, and I'd rather just have it, obviously, on my homepage. I don't even know how it ended up there. I probably long pressed it and didn't realize it, and it just slipped out or whatever. So, but when I tried to get it back there, I don't hear, which is what I used to hear, add to home. So maybe I'm just missing it, Kevin?
Well, I'm saying that, so now it's part of action, it's part of TalkBack actions. So instead of the long press, and this is the same thing for like creating folders, instead of double tapping and holding, instead of the long press, just swipe straight up or down with one finger.
Okay.
And it should be part of the actions.
Okay, so what I'm doing, wait. So once I'm in the app drawer, then let's say I want to
reading
move
controls, like how you have characters, words, blah, blah, blah. In that same, you have one that says actions.
So the default is actions. You don't have to swipe with 3 fingers or anything. So I'm on TuneIn Radio. So let's see, without me double tapping and holding, if I just swipe up, it's uninstall and add to home screen. Activate. So I'm just swiping straight up
just
with
using one finger.
So I'm not
one
holding.
finger.
Yes.
Okay. I think that's where I'm making my mistake because I didn't know. When did that happen? I totally missed that.
Oh, we've about a year and a half now.
See, I haven't had to move anything in that time. I'm kind of a status quo person. I really, I had them set up. It was fine. But, all right, I think, as soon as we're off, I'm going to do that. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome, Ms. Wanda. And what this change basically comes from is TalkBack ever so often gets a change and upgrade, a little revamp.
Mm-hmm.
So this is kind of that revamp before you pressed it and held it. And so now if you just swipe again with being in the app drawer with going to the apps, but if you swipe up on any of those icons, you should hear that. And even on your home screen, if you're on any icon on your home screen, if you swipe up or down, you should get actionable items there. So uninstall could be one of them, remove from home screen, yada, yada, yada. So you do have those available as actionables. But
and this is Kevin. They've been doing this so that it makes it easier for people who have motor issues or tremors or whatever. The double tap and hold is sometimes a challenge. So they've been adding more things to actions. You can do the same thing in your email, in Outlook for Android or Gmail or the Samsung email app. You can swipe up and delete or archive or whatever. So there's actions.
Okay. All right. Well, I do know the actions. I'm so sorry, Hershi. Go ahead.
Well, like one quick tip, as Kevin was saying on Gmail, if you go to Gmail settings and you say swipe, you could either set swipe left and swipe right to do actions. If you swipe right, you could make it go to spam or go to archive, or you could delete.
Right.
So even again in Gmail, how I like using it. So let's say I got a bunch of email, Macy's, the theater, to this, to that. Swiping up or down on those now quickly lets me just delete it. So I could be going down, I could be scrolling down the list of my emails, just do my morning coffee or whatever. Swipe right, Macy's, I don't need a suit right now. Swipe up, delete, double tap. Fandango, okay, I don't want to watch a movie right now. Swipe up. I hear delete. As soon as I hear the word delete, I'm double tapping with one finger, and it's out of my mailbox. So for the ease of use, using one finger can be magical within the app while using TalkBack. So that's why I said congratulations with the TalkBack, because, again, I know everyone's first is really fond of Select to Speak, and noisy TalkBack screen readers are annoying. I know, I get it. But once you get used to them, they're your friend.
Yeah. I do have one I just thought about this as we were talking.
Go ahead.
So when I contacted Samsung today, there was an advertisement that kind of came on while I was on hold, letting me know, which I was totally unaware of, that my Samsung messaging app is going to go dark as of July of 2026, and I now have to use the Google messaging app. Are you aware of this? And have you switched over? Or have you always
Wanda, what are we going to do, Wanda? Wanda, what are we going to do, Wanda? I'm just kidding. Don't worry. Please don't worry.
Always use Google? Have you always used Google, or are you using Samsung?
I shifted over to Google, but here's the main pinpoint reason. RCS, rich text, I forgot what it meant. There goes Hersh trying to be smart with it. But RCS is the reason why. And it's basically, you could see people when you read you see Hershey texting Wanda, right? You'll see Hershey's typing, and you'll see those little notes and such. That's the rich RCS messaging. And so Samsung figured it's not worth investing a bunch of money to keep up with new stuff every single day. Because, it's just developer cost. So why not just let Google handle the messaging? They've already done other stuff. So it's not a huge deal. I personally, if I were to recommend, I would use Google Messages, of course, but then at the same time use Gboard because I'm in love with the clipboard.
I do use the Gboard, and like you, I am in love with the clipboard.
Because you grab any message, I got a phone number, bam. I need an address or just a piece of text out of that, bam.
Yeah, so it's wonderful. I really totally agree. So then when you transitioned to the Google messaging, so all of my emails, because I tend to...
All your text messages.
Kind of text messages, excuse me. All my text messages.
They all all your text messages will come right the same. They'll pretty much look identical. It's just one app it may take like a couple seconds when it does this little syncing dance that it does.
Yeah.
But once it's done, when it's finished with doing its syncing dance, everything else should just be copacetic. So you go to old message, you should be able to find, some old important information that a friend might have sent to your family.
This is Kevin.
Go ahead, Kevin.
So right now, for the last few years, we're the only ones that are late to the party in the United States. Samsung switched, even Korea or wherever they're from, they switched everybody over to Google Messages years ago.
Oh, wow.
And it is the default. If you were to buy like an S26, it is the default. Both apps will be on there, but Google Messages has been the default for a long time. But if you were to open your Messages app, because if you have you say you have the S24, Google Messages is on your phone already anyway. And if you were to open them, you can see the messages. You can install 50 messaging apps and you can still see all the same text messages. The only time you're going to get a message is when you get ready to send a message, and it's going to say you need to choose a default messaging app. But you can even have your messages.
I can transition now, right, Kevin? I can do it now?
Yes, all you have to do is just go switch your default app.
Okay. True. Okay.
Yes.
Well, you know what? Something's happened for a reason. So I called Samsung, and I didn't know about the decommissioning of the Samsung messaging app. And I'm going to be away for the whole month of July. And if that happened while I was at convention or on vacation, I'd have been freaking out. So things happen for a reason. So thank you, gentlemen.
They
thank you
just
so
announced
much.
it on Monday. It's been coming. It's been a long time coming, but they just announced it officially like on Monday.
Okay. Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Wanda, and thank you, Kevin. All right. If anyone else,
Foster.
Go ahead, Foster.
So I was just going to say RCS stands for Rich Communication Services.
Thank you,
That's
Foster.
Yeah.
Communication. That's what I'm trying to do here. Communicate.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to do.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if anyone else has a question, please let us know and let us know what your name is.
This is Janice.
Hey, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm confused. Okay, so
let's figure it out.
When a while back they pushed us all to RCS, and I didn't like it, and I flipped back to I don't know. Is this Google messaging? I just know it's a white bubble on a blue background with the little dots in the white. I don't know. Is that Google messaging? I don't know what it's
been a while since I checked icon. Foster, can you icon check?
You said it's a blue text message bubble, chat bubble on white.
It's a white chat bubble on a blue background, and it's got blue Samsung dots horizontally. That's the Samsung messaging.
Yeah, the Google messaging is a white background with the blue chat bubble on it. Which is
and it's just yeah. Okay, no, that's not what I have. So yeah, because it's just a chat bubble, like a solid blue chat bubble. Yeah, I don't have that one, so I must have the Samsung messaging then.
Well, like Kevin said, you have
Google Messages. You just chose that as your default.
Right. And so I'm good with what I have, but are you saying they're going to push? But that won't be in July.
Get ready.
You're not going to have a good July.
Come on, Miss Wanda's giving us a PSA.
So I
Miss
was
Janice.
on RCS, but then I got off of it. But now you're saying they're going to push us back
messages,
on it?
No, if you're on Samsung Messages, unless you went in to advanced settings or whatever and turned it off, you have RCS. There's typing indicators and
red
and all that.
But I don't want that.
But if you're using Samsung Messages has RCS.
Oh.
There's typing indicators, like you can tell if someone's read your. If you Samsung and Google Messages integrate just fine. You just don't have the secure sending, the encrypted. But now even the encrypted is on Samsung Messages if you're chatting with someone that has Google Messages. So you have denying Google is not denying RCS. You have RCS on WhatsApp. You have RCS on or the equivalent on all of your. So
am I going to be able to keep using my Samsung Messages?
No, they're going to literally take it off your phone. Just the way they were shutting those Note 7s down that were burning, they will take it off of your phone. It will disappear.
So I have to go to Google Messages then.
They're going to take you there. You're not going to go. You're going to open up your messaging app, and that's all it's going to be.
You're being abducted.
Really? What a violation. Okay.
Well, this is false.
I didn't know I was being abducted either.
Go ahead, Foster.
I've been using Google Messages for years because one is that you can take your camera on your phone, and if you're using your laptop, you can do Google Messages through your Chrome browser, or even I've actually even used it on my Edge browser. As long as I got on Google Messages on my laptop, and then it puts a QR code up, I scan it with my phone, open it up, all my messages are right there on my computer, so I can even if somebody sends me a text message, I don't have to open my phone. They come right over.
Yeah, I had that where it says, you want to share
and
stuff
Foster, they just changed that too, Foster. Now you don't have to use the QR code. It's tied to your account now. So you can go to messages.google.com anywhere, and it's going to
/web
already show up. Yep.
Oh, that's even better.
So
you don't
you're
have to worry
saying
about the barcode scanning anymore.
You're saying I should transfer over to Google Messages now?
Just go ahead and do it today. Just go ahead.
Pull the Band-Aid, Miss Janice.
Yep, that's what I'm going to do.
We'll have a wait for Samsung Messages.
and
we forgot to have one for OnePlus.
They have a date that they're going to do this?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
It's
July. July 1. July 1.
This is Ava.
Go ahead.
Hi, Ava.
Hello. Yeah, I finally got in. I can put it like this. Y'all can hold out all you want. When July get here, it's gonna happen. They just giving you forewarning.
People make me have a horrible birthday. Oh gosh.
Well, that's why do it now.
Okay.
And then you can enjoy your birthday, because if not, July get here, it will be gone, and that's all you will see.
Miss Janice, this is Hershi. Could you express what is the stuff that you don't like? Something that you don't like about
it's been a while since I flipped back, but I guess I don't even remember now to articulate Hershey, but I didn't like the layout, and I was just used to, where things were, and, the features, and
well, the only reason
why is this better? Why is
the only
this
reason
better?
This is Hershey. The only reason I'm asking is, okay, for example, if it was RCS and you weren't into the receipts, when people are replied, you could turn that off on any of them. So both of them have the same feature to turn said thing off. if being afraid of the word RCS, not knowing what it like Kevin mentioned, it was part of a lot of apps, WhatsApp, this, that, other, and
right. But I think it was the layout, of the. Yeah.
This is Ava.
Go ahead, Ava.
I understand because I was right there with you. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I love my Samsung messages.
Yeah.
Because I love the layout. I could easily go in, delete. I was doing a whole lot of stuff I could easily do. I did not
I can
like
long
Google
press
Messages.
and copy and paste
But I switched over when I got my new phone. I didn't realize I had them till actually I paid attention to it. And I switched over, just bite the bullet. That's all I can tell you. Because once you get in it and you start using it, you will get your own little start developing your own little
little rhythm or whatever.
Yeah, and you'll figure out some quicker ways for you to do some things.
And I haven't said this in a long time, Miss Ava. But if I may, if you don't understand and if you want to get those same features, and if you could write a letter to Google, then you could email them. You could email them at g.co/disability support. And you could reach out to them through Be My Eyes, through email, or you could have them call you. So that's another way. If you have any kind of technical support necessary, needed, doesn't matter if you're on Samsung, but if you had questions, let's say if you're trying to buy a new phone from Pixel and this, that, and the other, and you want to ask them about the disability situations and you need support, g.co/disability support. And again, if there's some features that maybe Samsung Messages had that are just really crucial for you, it's worth writing and putting that down on paper, having that ticket, so we could all kind of write up on that same ticket because they were Samsung features that I liked. But after a while, it's all about memory, right? Your muscle memory goes into the Google way, and you forget about the way Samsung used to do it. Just like the keyboard. Samsung keyboards are okay, but they're too slippery for me now. I like the G board because it's steady with my pace. And then my clipboard is my other favorite feature there. So for some, you may have Samsung keyboard as more of your favorite and still might be your thing. But like dictation for one, Samsung keyboard hands down I think does, or Gboard does it the best compared to Samsung. And then clipboard feature. So for that reason only, I use Gboard. If it was for messages, again, that shift came from me too, from having used the S2, my first Galaxy S2, to Note 9 to S22 Ultra. I've kept my phones also for long periods of time, but it's that used to-ness, like that Samsung-ness, that Samsung thing that they do with their stuff. And I find the menus to be much better with Samsung. The quirks, like if you put your phone, if you have alarm ringing, flip it upside down, the alarm stops. If you have a phone call coming,
I like that. Yeah,
Pixel, it says hush in this, but it's not the same. It doesn't feel the same. So I got to go write my emails. But anyway, I'll open up the stage again. Any more questions, thoughts, please let us know. Oh, we answered everything, Miss Ava. We good.
I'm going to get a drink.
Let me go ahead and do a little.
Hey, Miss Ava, what about that fundraiser? Are we trying to make that?
That's what I was going to slide in.
Yeah.
All right, so y'all know iBug is having their fundraiser again. $500.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention all of that part. There's a $500 shopping spree, guys.
Yeah, and it'll be your choice of whichever one you want, Amazon, Google, whatever type of gift card. But it is a $500 shopping spree. Tickets are $10, I believe, and you have you have all of this month and May up until I think it is May 20. It's the Friday before Memorial Day. Oh, come on. May 22nd, I believe. But don't quote me. But go to ibugtoday.org and you can sign up there and see how to connect. I do believe if you're on the list, it was sent out on the list on how to purchase tickets.
Hi,
hi, Julie. Yes, I finally got back in. I had to go switch computers. Mm-hmm. Yep. But I do apologize to all y'all for being so late getting on. Had some technical difficulties with Zoom. Yeah, had to go and install it on another computer. So, but y'all sound like y'all were having a good conversation. And yes, I was going to bring up what Samsung was doing tonight because, come July, I did set up my Samsung one and went back to Gmail, to the Google one, because I just couldn't get into it no more. So just know, once you're in the Google messages, after a minute,
no going back.
There is now there truly is no going back.
Well, just like the assistant team. Hey, why can't I go back to the assistant? There's no more developers over there making assistant working anymore. So they're over there for Gemini. So you have
Gemini
to leave
it. Yep. You have no choice. So
speaking of Gemini.
Yes. Foster, go ahead.
So the stream already has Gemini built into it.
Ooh.
So when you use your
little box.
Yeah,
that's what the Google Stream is. That's for anybody that's wondering what is this.
Each other like that, I can't benefit.
Go ahead.
Yeah, when you so anytime you press the button to ask a question, you're asking Gemini to pull up a movie, a TV show, or you can ask it to check the weather for you, or if you already have routines on your phone. It's all part of your Google account. So if you, once you sign in and you say like, good morning, for example, then it'll go through. If you have a routine for good morning, it'll go through that.
Wednesday in May.
Then I tried, remember Hershi, you had asked me about using TalkBack?
Yes. What was the, how well did TalkBack work for you?
The TalkBack on the stream works way better than Voice View on Fire TV.
Interesting.
And it's equivalent to using VoiceOver on the Apple TV box. So it literally will, as you move the mouse, the direction pad, it will read everything that it hits on the screen. And then if you're looking at Netflix, for example, it'll let you know, like when you push up, it'll like say, you're at, it'll say like next, what is that word? I forgot. Like where you can move the thing to fast forward, where you can fast forward or go backwards in the movie. You can swipe. Yeah, it'll let you know if you're there. The slider. You can use a slider, or if you move it around, it'll let you know that's the back button, that's the play pause button. So it works pretty good. It's just if you start a movie out or a TV show that has audio description, until those prompts disappear, it may still talk. So it'll be talking while the audio description is talking in the TV show until those prompts, how they disappear. But other than that, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's easy to use.
What did you feel about the quality of the voices coming out of the box, so to speak?
Voices are good.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they're clear.
Yeah,
they're nice and clear.
They call it Roku out there. They got an interesting voice. It's rough.
Yeah. Roku's accessibility is garbage, and the voice view on the Fire Stick is garbage too. The TalkBack.
Hey,
I'm just saying.
Leave my voice view alone right now.
Well, once you get a stream, Ava, you're gonna be like, oh no.
Believe me, I miss my Samsung TV. But leave voice view alone.
Go ahead, Kevin.
This is Kevin. Yeah, I've been wondering, and they never let me ask the question at convention, but I do not know why. I don't think that the Chromecast that I have or any of the other things have any more RAM. I don't know why Voice View is so choppy and slow to respond.
Mm-hmm.
And TalkBack is much more snappier, but I don't think the processor's any faster, and I don't think there's any more RAM, but it is not good.
I want to blame it on bandwidth problems there, Kevin.
No, it's not bandwidth. It's programming.
Can't be bandwidth. It's got to be something with the way the code is being
Yeah,
used.
it's the programming.
Yeah.
It's the programming.
Well,
it's not the bandwidth. Like you said, the amount of RAM is the same. It's the way it's programmed.
But I agree.
Just that
I agree.
That voice that they're using, maybe that voice just requires a lot of resources.
Right.
Maybe that.
Well, here's my question, and Ava might be able to answer this.
Go ahead, Foster.
The Fire TV is on Google platform too, but what version is it on? That may have something to do with it also, because they're more or less creating their own.
This is Hershey.
You know.
So
Amazon. What is the version of the Fire TV?
Here we go.
The Fire TV comes in several versions, including the Fire TV Stick, Fire TV Cube, and standard Fire TV devices. Each offers different features and capabilities, so you can choose the one that best fits your needs. Visit Amazon.
Did I ask that?
Not quite, but anyway, I would say the Cube has, I guess, most of the juice in it. The 4K is great, but the Cube, I would say, would have the most oomph in it. The reason why I mentioned about bandwidth, I had a gentleman that had Metro PCS wireless kind of internet, out the window kind of thing. And we were using a Fire Stick, and Voice View did not want to turn on easily. So, and he was having a bad internet day that day. So that's the only reason I'm saying I just wonder if sometimes if you have it wired into your Ethernet cable, for example, Voice View I think should run just fine like butter. But with Wi-Fi involved, I just wonder if there's any discrepancies there that it's asking a lot of resources. Because right now I think it's like the Cube and then the 4K is the most modern Fire case sticks. And of course you have the cheaper HD stick, which is slightly cheaper. But
this is Kevin.
Go ahead, Kevin.
Ironically, turning Voice View on and off is the only thing that it does do quickly. So it's not, that's not the issue.
Right.
And it's even worse on a Fire Stick.
The stick version of it, yep.
Yeah, I hate to talk about my Fire TV. You know, it's horrible. It's horrible on my TV. Yeah, it's horrible on my TV. So that's why one stays off and the other one comes on every now and then. Well, yeah, I hate to shut us down, especially since I got in on the best part towards the end. But it is now floating on after 8:30. And our next meeting time will be in the most beautiful month of the year, May. And it will be on May 20th. But y'all do not forget the iBug movie, Martin Supreme. It was made in 2025. So that will be your iBug movie for Friday night. I have no clue what it is. Okay. Yeah.
If I said it incorrectly, excuse me.
Okay. Well, oh, you did? Okay.
But great to have everybody.
Yes, it is. And
hope
I hope
everyone wins
all
a
of
fundraiser.
y'all,
Come on.
yes, please. Y'all got to win because I can't win. So, and if you win, I'll be your best buddy.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. So you got two of us. All right. Well,
Thank
y'all.
you, ladies and gentlemen, for another wonderful iBug Android Insight call.
Yep. Y'all stay dry, stay warm, and enjoy.